Disclaimer, this video might teach you something if you can fight through the seizures.
Math is one of the most hated things on this planet. One might even call it the bloodborne of thinking, coming prepackaged with an erratic man who will scream endlessly and beat you into the ground if you disagree with even a fraction of his ideology. That is me, a Poisson Invariance, erratic man, and mathematician. As such, I am qualified to shriek at you until you either subscribe or tear out your eardrums in annoyance. The chances of either happening are statistically low, so instead we are going to fill your now hollow ears with that statistical knowledge. Statistics named after me. I am the math. I love the volley! Welcome everyone to my first ever YouTube video. On today's episode, we will be taking a look at the Poisson distribution, or as it is better known, the model that showed how many Prussian soldiers were accidentally killed by horse kicks. As a result of a French guy stealing my name, I am now obligated to talk about the series of discontinuous dots on integers k equals I to j over a given length of time. But I won't get out of here without mentioning more mathematicians, so that's why we're bringing up Euler's number e. We also have lambda, the letter that is used in a scalar in every formula. My mathematical rage at this cannot be quelled, but fortunately for all of you, I have a strength modifier of -5, and arms like empty tubes of toothpaste. I would say let's dive right in, but I haven't actually explained how any of this works, so instead I'm going to throw definitions at you like a Twitter user throwing their hot takes about VTubers at one another in a game of rage bait hot potato. Starting off, we have k, which is a positive integer that is the exact number of occurrences of the independent stuff that we are aggressively analyzing. I already said what e was, so you better keep listening or I will make you recite every known digit of it until your teeth fall out from the volume of mathematics spewing from your facial orifice, like the world's most violent virus. Lambda is our expected value, our mean, our average, so you had better tell me what it is or I'll continue listing poorly connected threads together as if some interdimensional being didn't want us to talk to one another. Some might call that based. I call it depression. But now if we put everything together, we get the following equation.
A brawl is surely brewing. You're up. Now go.
Welcome Metaverse users! Today we're going to be assuming that students never cheat on exams. If you have 25 students in a class taking a test, then what are the chances that only 12 of them pass? Exactly 12. We take the equation from a moment ago and plug in 12 for k. Answer time? No. I'm going to assume that the students in the class will collectively do terrible. Translation? I'm guessing that lambda is 6. Only 6 of them are passing. That is my expected value. Answer time? Yes! P of 12 is 0.01126, 1.126%. That is what we call a low number. These students must be very terrible at studenting, right? Wrong. They are very hard workers, and one might even call them Bob the Builder of homework. But why is P of 12 so low? That's because exactly 12 students have passed. That is what the PMF shows, the chance of exactly one scenario occurring. But what if one student passes? Or 2, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, or 15? It is time to look at all 15 different possibilities, and for this, I demand a for loop. This means I'll need more programmer energy than Astolfo. If we sum P of 1 through P of 15, we get the probability of up to 15 students passing the exam. This comes out to about 99%, which in statistics we call a pretty good chance. Now you may be thinking, great, I've seen numbers. Correct. Numbers never lie, unlike me. But not today. Today, I am the living embodiment of Pinot Grigio. Here we have a picture of our PMF for the previous problem. See that? If we zoom in close enough to see the skin of the poor CS major that was forced to make this, then we can see what we were already thinking. If lambda is the thing that has the highest chance of happening, then it is the spot that has the largest number. Feeling intuitive today, aren't we? Welcome to part 2 of Statistically Significant Chaos, starring me, a talking ad for the University of Phoenix. Being the horrible representative that I am, I'm going to speak for both them and you by deciding that the last example was terrible. Next up on our PSAT worksheet, we have a number of phone calls trying to tell me that I in fact stole this problem from Wikipedia. I will not be slandered for my inability to think outside of the box, and if I continue to be insulted, I will share all of the NDA research that ExxonMobil has entrusted to me. Spoiler alert, it is going to destroy the environment. Ignoring my anti-polar bear sentiment, consider a work environment where every hour they receive an average of 5 phone calls. That is now lambda. But what happens if we want to receive anywhere from 2 to 7 phone calls an hour instead because we are shellfish? That's right, they call me Poisson Invariance because I involuntarianced into being a fish. We can now utilize the following equation, which is the same as adding together all of the probabilities, but better because it only looks at integer values and it is what is known as a cumulative distribution function, or CDF. Our starting value is j equals 2. Our ending value is the closest integer below 7. It is 7. The probability of getting 2 to 7 phone calls is 82.6%. I will refuse to pick up a single one of them. I don't care who the IRS sends, I am not paying taxes. Now that we've reused that dead joke, it's time to resuscitate my audience by telling you all how to find the chance of there being any other number of phone calls. It could be 0, it could be 1, it could even be 67. My audience has died again. P of anything else is 1 minus P of 2 to 7, giving us a 17.4% chance of only dealing with up to one marketer claiming that drinking sulfuric acid will in fact make us immortal. Does that make sense? If not, then please rewatch the video until all you can see is numbers. Now before I leave this video and inevitably destroy my PC by attempting to edit this properly, I have some fun facts about our distribution. If your mean is lambda, then your median is the closest integer below lambda plus 1/3 minus 1 over 50 times lambda. Your mode is the closest integer below lambda. Your skewness is 1 over the square root of lambda. Entropy is lambda times 1 minus the log of lambda, assuming that your lambda is small enough. But one last thing before I go. You really should just go read the Wikipedia article. It'll be a lot more helpful than me.